World versus world objective scaling rewards. Hello, Mist Dwellers. Today we're going to talk more about WW reward changes. This is a big topic and one you've brought to our attention many times. We've considered several ways to improve how you are rewarded for your time spent in WW. And while this isn't everything we have planned, it's a big part of it. Without more build-up, let's talk about the objective scaling reward system. What are objective scaling rewards? In a nutshell, these are additional rewards for participating in objective events in World vs. World, assaulting or defending towers, keeps, and castles specifically. The more these objectives are upgraded and defended, the better the end reward will be. There are 4 cases we're targeting with additional rewards: successful assaults, flipping control of the objective; successful defenses, repelling the attacker's events which end after 3 minutes; unsuccessful defenses, which is losing the objective when the attackers successfully take control of it. Additionally, we want failed assaults to be rewarded in this fashion. This is currently not functioning and we're working on it for a future update. The system is tied to the existing events and uses all the participation rules of that system. The objective scaling reward system is intended to reward players regardless of success or failure of the activity. Actively participating is the key. Sounds great, right? Yeah, this is actually a thing. Like right now, if you fail to take if you fail the objective, whether you're the assaulter or defender, like you get a little bit of XP and that's it, but you don't get anything else, which kind of sucks. So I actually like that they maybe do this change. So you still get something because participation is the key. What's changing? First off, this system doesn't touch camps, the Dalyak events, or other aspects of WW. Very true. It's only for attacking or defending the objective or defending the event objectives of towers, keeps, and castles. Secondly, the requirements to earn different tiers of rewards in these events have changed. It will take more active participation in the form of defeating guards and opposing players and or standing in the circle to complete the capture process, achieve silver and gold tier rewards. There are 2 reasons for this. First, it was necessary to make the objective scaling rewards differences meaningful. And second, some of these events were awarding things in an inconsistent manner. This was mostly invisible due to the ease of getting gold tier rewards in general, so it was never really flagged as an issue until now. Lastly, in terms of rewards per time spent, for active participants, the system will provide significantly better rewards, including rare equipment bags, WW skirmish claim tickets, or even Grandmaster Mark shards. I actually wonder how this will look to achieve in terms of, like, for those who don't know, people actually buy squad participation. It's a very wishy-washy subject, but people actually pay for participation. What they do is they pay the commander, let's say, I don't know, whatever, 10 gold, 15, 30 gold, whatever it is that the commander wants per hour. Or even sometimes it's like just for the entire duration. They will join their WW squad. You don't even have to be in the same server or region for this to work. Like, as in, I can join a commander in NA even though I'm on the EU region, and then all I have to do is go into WW, attack a few things or repair a few things to get my participation to like level 6, and then I could literally just AFK. This is actually a thing that happens. And so I think it will probably damage a lot of people who rely on this to make the gift of battles, but it's a huge problem that I think they need to get rid of. So I would really encourage a way to get rid of that. And yeah, believe me, there's quite a lot of people who may abuse it. And the fact that you don't even need to be cross server, I think it's something to do with the squad parts. Like, it has to be that particular part of the UI of that system that's making this happen, where you're getting participation regardless if you're actually in the same region or let alone server. But they need to make that change and find a way around that. All right, so why the change for this system? We have several goals for this system. Primarily, it's a way to increase and improve rewards for active play in WW. We think of active play as meaningfully contributing to team success and engaging enemy players for control of map objectives. This player interaction is the lifeblood of WW, and incentivizing participation is always at the forefront of our decision-making process. Another goal is to incentivize battles by improving the rewards given to key events, especially defense events, and scaling those rewards based on participation and upgrade status. We anticipate players will engage in more direct conflict as opposed to just moving from one undefended objective to another. Yeah, PPT sometimes gets very boring. That is mostly due to the fact of, sometimes you don't have anything to fight on the map, but there are guilds who will actively PPT rather than engage another guild, because for them, taking keeps is probably more to their advantage, right? Like, obviously, like as a server, you want to win. But then also, by incentivizing that, you need to take ones that are more upgraded or have more defense, as in if you actually struggle to get what you want or defend what you have, you get rewarded more. Yeah, I definitely like this. Pushes more encounters in the game, which I'm all for, honestly. I'm all for this kind of change. We're aware that this is a big change and we may not have nailed exact breakpoints for various reward tiers, so we'll be watching closely and adjusting as needed to ensure that this system achieves what we like it to. Your participation and feedback are vital to this process, so please let us know what you think. Actually, again, I like more of this where ANET is actually testing stuff out and then adjusting it based on actual community feedback. Like, this is very good. I like this. And when is this releasing? Well, this actually releases today, February 14th. So yeah, it's actually live now. So if anyone's actually playing it, test it out. Let me know later on the stream. Conclusion, we're very excited about the coming year and are eager to see how everyone reacts to the changes and events we have planned. Summary, the objective scaling reward system will be released on February 14th, 2023. The system is tied to the existing events and uses all the participation rules of that system. It's only for attacking or defending the hard objectives of towers, keeps, and castles. The requirements to earn different tiers of rewards have changed. See you on the battlefields, Floyd, Cecile, and the WW team. Yeah, I actually like this. This is actually a big change. It's actually changed a little bit of like the player approach to the game and how they engage. The more defense or offense you need for an objective, the more the reward. I like this. Encouraging more interactions between enemies of the server is definitely better. It puts a bit more competitiveness. It's not to say that it doesn't come with its downsides. There obviously people who will find a way to then make use of this to their full advantage. There'll be a server that gets stomped. It is what happens with these things. That's just the competitive way, right? Competitive nature breeds this kind of behavior, but this is a competitive game mode. So I would imagine that there should be rewards for the more risk takers who eventually come out on top. Or if you don't, then, there is a reward system for someone who maybe, for example, if you failed to defend the objective or you failed to assault the objective. But the active participation, as they said, the big key part of this is actively participating is what's getting you the rewards. So I like this. In a sense, this encourages more people to engage than try to like go back capping and stuff like that. Yeah, they have to change the reward of killing players. Yeah, that's step by step. I think step by step. So bit by bit, they're basically making sure that there is a worthwhile point of being in world versus world. Yeah, and the thing is with world versus world, it's honestly, as a new player, I can understand why it's difficult to get into, because guilds, if not servers, are very tribalistic in world versus world. It's very much you're an outsider, you don't belong here. And some servers are a bit more easier to accommodate, like they're easier like to in terms of helping players accommodate into the server and kind of understand. And there are some guilds that are willing to work with you, but yeah, it's generally like the community is very much like that. It's just the way it is. They're very, closed in their sense. It's like, oh, you haven't been here for years, therefore you shouldn't be here. Not to say that there are, that's an implication of every player, but most kind of think this way. And honestly, like if you're in the world versus world, you'll definitely have more. If you're just getting into it, you need to be on a tag. I think being on a tag or joining a guild that maybe they do a havoc roam or something, like your friends or something like that, probably more beneficial to you, like as like a step-by-step process and getting into world versus world and world of that place, right? It's a very interesting place. And I've said this, I think, I don't know where I said this, but there's nothing like World versus World guilds. There is a sense of like there's 20 people or 5 to 15 people. They log in 3-4 times a week. They have a 3-hour duration of, World versus World raiding together in a squad, looking for fights, winning stuff for their server. Like, there's nothing like it. I can't describe what it is to be a W. Like, you have to just be a part of like a guild where you're excited for the reset on Friday. You get in, server resets have happened, the new matchup for the week has happened. You're in there with your friends, with your team. You're testing out new squad comps. You're testing out new strategies, new tactics. You're playing different classes that you're maybe not familiar with. You're going over them with other players. You're, sort of testing new builds. You're coming up with, theory crafting. You're also, keeping up with other players to understand maybe new roles you're in. And then you have that 3 hours, 4 hours where you're just raiding. You're fighting other servers. You're fighting other guilds. It's nothing like it, honestly. I don't know. You have to really be a part of like, honestly, not just part of like a guild that maybe does a little bit of dub. No, what I'm saying, this experience, you need to be a part of a dub v-dub guild that does 3 to 4 weeks a week, 3 to 4 days a week of raiding, and you really will understand what I mean. Like, and these people who do it for like every single week for months on end, it's like the close-knit community that you get with those people. It feels like you know all these 20 people. So, yeah, you just have to go out there and see what I mean. There you go. Anyway, so that's this. I think this is World versus World objective scaling rewards. Also very good. Again, more of this where they're releasing updates and then there's feedback to adjust. They're not just releasing something and boom, that's done. That's it. No changes. This is what it is. You're gonna eat it and like it. No, they are actually. This has been a recurring theme as they've been doing these consistent updates while also taking into account player feedback. Okay, you don't like that change? Why was it? Okay, we gathered feedback. Okay, this is what we're doing. I like this. So yeah, with the objective scaling rewards, I like this. Includes more active participation. I really hope they get something done with the AFK participation because that really is a detriment to the game. So I hope they get something done with that. This is very good. Scaling rewards. I hope to see, hopefully I'll get to know more feedback soon. Let me know what you guys think in the game. How has it been so far if you've already tested this out? Let me know your comments. Until then, gamers, I will see you when I see you. Take care.